We are live, Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everybody across the country. Welcome. It's Wednesday. It's time to sit back, crack something Canadian, pour yourself a good glass of wine, and it's time for Wine Wednesday, you guys. Tonight, hopefully, we are. We'll be great. We'll be good to go. But in our technology, the internet's gonna last today. But now I'm excited. We have a ton of things to talk about. Some exciting thing. We're back home. Yes, we are finally back home, and I mean, it's been a whirlwind. It's been incredible in the last 3 weeks, but hey, we're here, we're safe, and thank you to everyone who sent some incredible notes, message, support, and all of that. We are very grateful for all of you guys. But yeah, it's nice to be home. It was a lot of cleanup to do. Yes, a lot of cleanup to do. I think you guys, if you've been following us, you heard about what happened. And well, we found our house upside down, broken in, robbed, name it, the whole shebang. And we're about to restart to have a normal life, I guess. Uh, I would like again to say thank you to the first responder here in Summerland for their incredible work with the Ball Ridge fire. And most of the people are back home. Even our kids are back at hockey. They reopened the Summerland Arena. And it's kind of weird because you drive to the area, you bring your kids in there, and all of the police and the first responder, they kept their headquarters in the parking lot of the arena. So it's still not necessarily feel 100% normal, but some kind of normal. At least we're getting there. And after dealing with the RCMP all weekend, and insurance and all that. I mean, yeah, we are trying to get back to some sense of normalcy, but today Mira is cannot be part of it because she had to have a dental surgery, and it happened this afternoon. It was scheduled during the evacuation and had to be rescheduled, unfortunately for her, and they had to get it done this afternoon. So she is this and she can talk. But I'm going to run the show on my own today. We're going to talk a little bit about Trail Estate. Trail, unfortunately, we had not have time to release the link to send you the link for order. It's not completely done. I need to still work on a few tasting notes and working on the back end. But they are opening the wines at the winery. They're very excited. If Alex and Mackenzie are listening today, it's coming soon. That's going to go out very, very soon. Working hard on that. Mira's going to have a night of recovery, and tomorrow morning we should be able to send all that to you guys. But I mean, there's some incredible wines in that feature. And tonight I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Pinot Noir because there's a few cool things here and 94 points here, a 93 here, some fun stuff. And also, I cracked open the Cab Franc from Trail Estate this weekend, just trying to get the tasting note done. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So that Cab Franc, as all of the fruit is from the Grimsby inside vineyard from a single block. And I mean, we've seen that all along with Collab, right? Our feature with Collab, all of these 7 different winemakers. Mark Pister with Fogelar is doing some Grimsby Hillside stuff, and others from the Collab group. And that brings me to talk to you about the whole Collab Tasting Thursday, who's coming tomorrow. So tomorrow night we're going to meet with all of these 7 winemaker at Collab. So we're going to have the Mio family. So Corey Mio is going to be with us. We're going to talk about these incredible Sempre Mio Chardonnay. We're going to have Mark Pfister from Fogelage, the founder of Collab. We're going to have Jeff. Uh, so Jeff at Divergence, Jeff Moot is going to be with us talking about the sparkling Chardonnay. His Sauvignon Blanc is going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. Judy. Uh, from Battersea, we're going to have John Daniel with Horseshoe Cellar. So the whole list of the collab crew are going to be with us, and we're going to go one after another talking about specific wines from their portfolio, but also the whole collab team and what's new and exciting coming up. So it's going to be a real fun uh, tasting Thursday tomorrow. So if you have your collab order in, you for sure got your wines already, and yeah, just join us on Zoom. And Mira is going to post the Zoom link pretty soon here on the chat box, and from there we're going to see you tomorrow, and you can reorder more wines following that. So really exciting because, like, usually our tasting Thursdays are focus on one thing. We go and, like we dig deep with one winery focus, but now it's going to be like a lot of stories, a lot of crossover, because these little winemakers are sharing some of the same source of grapes, but bottling different deliveries, right? Different style of winemaking from the same grapes, so and made at the same place. So it's really, really cool to see that whole thing unfolding. So to have them all together, that's going to be really interesting. I think there's some pretty cool story we can get out of that tasting Thursday. So if you're not busy tomorrow night, join us on Zoom. It should be pretty darn fun, I would say. So I need a nice wine here. Hey, so Trey, let's see, which one do I have in my glass right now? I think I have the 667 and 115 clone here from the Trail Estate Vineyard in Prince Edward County. So mm, these wines are still rocking. So it's really cool because Mackenzie Griswold, the winemaker at Trail, makes her wine in a very natural way. So barely no sulfur. Um, I mean, it's all wild yeast, and there's a lot of things going on, like going into that natural winemaking process. Usually, I'm surprised how long they last before they start fading after opening. Really, really cool. Oh, look at there! I mean, holy smokes! Is it a special appearance? Ah, thank you for joining us, Mira. We're good.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
There you go. I'll let you monitor the chat.
Mhm.
And if you want to, maybe the Zoom link or whatever, the information, what time it starts tomorrow with the collab, then that should be a real fun chat, Mike Laplant. You are 100%. And woo, here I have some good people are joining us tonight. I like it. I like it. So, hey, if you're tuning in, you're with us right now. You're having a glass of wine. I would like to know, where are you tuning from and what's in your glass. So, like I just said, I have a two different clones of Pinot Noir in my glass right now. It's clone 115 and 667 from Trail Estate. Um, and also, I have a Grimsby in Hillside fruit Cabernet Franc made in Prince Edward County. So and I really like that Cab Franc. Bold, not bold, no. Okay, truly, I would say perfectly ripe. So there's no green note. It's really juicy, but bright Grimsby Hillside style acidity. So I really like that. Mm, mhm. Mhm. So
Mm.
there's no tasting for Mira. There's no swishing. There is no so she's not tasting with us tonight. She cannot. But I know she was. I think I did kind of understand by her. She is still. She was saying yes. That cat from Trail, fruits from Grimsby side is very good. I think that's what she tried to say. So we have. Oh, Stacy and Jeff are having some Benjamin Bridge in their glass here, and Mike LaPlante is having some of the Collusion Chenin Blanc from Black Market Wine Company. It's fun because there was a category at this year National Wine Line National competition. They did a special category for the made like the BC program from the 2024 vintage. So they judge some of the Washington State wine and Oregon wine in this year, and I thought it was brilliant because I think too many wine lovers treated these BC wine made from Washington State fruits as they we won't touch it or we I don't want that because it's U.S. fruits. And I mean, some of them are really good. And we had that. We featured one with Roche. We featured one of their Pinot Noir made in Oregon in Dundee Hill, and holy smoke, that one was good. And Black Market is another example. Rob Hammersley has made some incredible wine with the Washington fruits. So, I mean, it's worth trying them. It's worth tasting them. It's worth supporting our BC producer, especially in this time around. I'll tell you, everybody's hurt around here. Everybody. I mean, which is supposed to be the busiest time of the year, it's not happening. Everyone who had a trip booked in the Okanagan have canceled. There's nobody. Like I was talking to some people today on the Nirvana bench, they laid off staff because no one's traveling. There's still a boatload of smoke out there. The quality is not like the quality of the air is not on par. So there's not a ton of people here. So if you can't support our BC winery in any way, shape, or form possible, I'm telling you, this is the good time to do it. I spoke with Ron Kubik today, which is the owner at Lighting Rock from a block from here in Summerland. We are going to feature. We're talking. Maybe we're going to feature some summer wine soon. I'm talking with Tightrope on the Ramada bench to see if they want to feature some stuff as well. I mean, we need to get these wine going because everyone needs support right now. With these 2 weeks of evacuation, that's the biggest fire in the history of BC. I believe it's at least from the region. It threw a big wrench to everyone's operation. So, I mean, that's a little bit of the message here. Keep supporting the BC wineries because they need your help right now. Definitely, their tourism season got. Yeah. So, yeah. Right now, though, I am really enjoying the trail estate, but I want to talk about also D'Angelo because after trail, we're going to start trail tomorrow. And after we feature all of these amazing Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, including one Cab Franc, we will feature D'Angelo Estate Winery. Now we're going completely at the opposite side of the spectrum in terms of style of wine. D'Angelo produce big and bold and juicy type of wine. They don't make Chardonnay. They don't make Pinot Noir. They make big, big, bold Meritage. Also, they make Montepulciano. They make Merlot. They make Tempranillo. So we're going to switch completely on the other side of the spectrum with D'Angelo right after Trail. So probably looking more at the end of more at the mid to end of September. So these are all conversations that we had with the wineries. We might have some flash feature in between, and also had the fun conversation with our friend Marcel Morgenstern at Bellaterra and Burnship Bay. And he said, "Carl, I think that you guys are overdue to feature some of the new Burnship Bay bottles. So we might have some of more of a like value feature coming up at some point in the next month or so. We I've seen some comments coming in here regarding some wines. Tanya Stravi. I mean, Mira, you're all over the comments. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that a lot. Um, Yeah, wow, lots of good stuff has been tasting around here. Okay, another little sip here. I mean, it's always weird when I do the show with Divergence. That's the one I wanted to see. So Divergence 2023 with the Bach Vineyard Viognier. That is a big boy Viognier. I'm curious, Scott, how you like it. But if you like your Viognier rich, bold, and juicy, I mean, you got something right there. This Viognier is a big boy. Um, ooh, yes, that's good. I like that. Mm. Support Summerlin here with Stacy and Jeff with Lunescence, the 25 brute Riesling. That is awesome. I like that selection. Yeah, Summerlin, like right around the corner from here. Another winery from Summerlin. So, which bring a conversation about maybe. I'm not sure what's going to happen on that front, but smoke taint. I don't want to be alarmist. I don't want to create a big panic here. But with that size of a fire, just lead me to think like what's going to happen with this harvest. 2025 was fantastic. 2024, we have an harvest because of the frost, but there's so much smoke around in the last 3 weeks and especially the biggest thing for me, it's that wildfire happened in the worst timing possible in terms of the growing season. I was right around Verizon where the, the grapes are turning from green where they're hard and they don't really get the smoke effect when they are at that stage, but turning to purple. So at that point, that's when they get sensitive to smoking, and that darn fire happened right at that time. So obviously, I've been talking to people around here. Um, who are growers, winemakers, and I mean the like it's not completely like okay, it's a wash, but some people are getting worried. So some tests have been done around right now, are getting done right now. So we'll see in the next week or so what's the word, but hopefully we can avoid the worst thing possible, which would be maybe no reds from this year in the Okanagan. So hopefully we'll be able to, I don't know, definitely Summerland more than anything. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the Summerland harvest. But now let's like hopefully it's not gonna impact the Naramata Bench, Okanagan Falls, and where I don't think that the South Okanagan will be affected, or the North Okanagan, like Lake Country, Kelowna, and the West Kelowna Wine Trail. They had their own stuff up there with the fires in Vernon. So I'm not sure exactly what will be the result up there. So it's a wait and see game at this point, and hopefully um, we can avoid the worst. And we'll know more a little bit by next week or the week after because harvest is right around the corner. It was all along an early call for harvest because we barely didn't have a winter. The flower zone. So the flowering period happened, and the bud growth happened really early, really hot. And so everything is much earlier than usual. Just like you've heard, champagne harvested the earliest harvest ever in history. Burgundy have been really early. So lots of region around the world are really early this year, and there was no difference with the Okanagan. Now, Ontario is a completely different. They had the opposite of the spectrum, I would say, because they have the biggest amount of rain that they've never got. So it's a really rainy vintage for Niagara. So I can wait to do a little bit more of a vintage show, and we'll go from there. I mean, maybe 2026 not going to be the greatest vintage for us, but you know what? That's time to stock up, I would say, on the previous vintage, right? And as Daryl and I have been going back and forth for many time now, 2023 vintage in Niagara and the Okanagan as well is a really good vintage. And the wines are out now. So some wineries are still on the 2022, moving to 2023. 2023 is a fantastic harvest. So time to stock up if you don't want to have a big hole in your cellar at this point. But I like that Cab Franc a lot. Mm, mhm, mm. But like I was saying, always weird doing the show without Mira. Like talking to myself. That's a different thing. Now, what else did I wanted to talk about? We talked about collab. We talked about Trill. Well, I think we talked about nostalgia a bunch already, but like now knowing that might be a very little bit of like very little red produced in the Okanagan this year, and people are thinking of stocking up on red. Yes, D'Angelo's coming, but I'll tell you one thing. One of my surprise this year, or my surprise of the last couple of years, is Nostalgia Winery in the South Okanagan in Oliver. That little winery absolutely blew me away. Like it's so spectacular. Their red wines are just so good. I'm not sure if because we got a bunch of orders already, and not sure if any one of you have opened some of the nostalgia red. But if so, I'm intrigued to know what you think. Let me know in the comments what's your take on the nostalgia red, especially the Malbecs, the Syrahs. Like, I mean, the Meritage also is an absolute world class Meritage. So there's that was so impressive and so unexpected uh, that all of their reds were like holy smokes, that was special. So I think the nostalgia link is still open. So if there's anyone who wants to reorder or curious who want to stock up on really good reds, because now they're just moving into the 2022 vintage, and these reds are spectacular, absolutely spectacular. There's a bunch of 93 plus, 94. That Malbec Petit Verdot won platinum was that it was going to be one of my top 10 wine of the year. So this is on the list as well. So if you miss the nostalgia, that's what happened in the summer sometimes, right? And it's a reason why we're keeping that that link open a little longer right now, because in the summer people are traveling, not as many people are watching the shows, spending more time outside camping and the whole 9 yards, right? So the link is still open, and it's time to catch up, time to like you have the opportunity to reorder some of the nostalgia, and some of these wines are wow, absolutely wow. Don't yeah. What else? What else? Oh yes. private tastings because I'm going to be jumping on the plane in a little bit, maybe the second week of September and spend time out east. We're going to be Quebec, Montreal, um, Toronto. We're going to do some private tasting at some members' house and also some corporate tasting. So showcasing Canadian wines to some corporate and staff appreciation, team building. So we're going to do a bunch of that during in September. So if you are out east and you say, hey, that would be cool to invite some people over and to do a full-on Canadian wine tasting, well, let me know because we have some dates open where we can slide you in between the one that we already have booked. So yeah, so because a bunch of people who were in Burgundy with us actually have booked some little get together and a little recap of our Burgundy trips and some private tastings. So yeah, we're gonna be out east touring, and I might visit some of our friends in Niagara as well. Um, and try to discover a few new things. But yeah, we're gonna meet and do tastings, private tasting for lots of dates in September. And September is going to be a real busy month because we have a touring weekend here in the Okanagan. And guess what? Yes, our Okanagan Falls and Summerland weekend, it's still on. It has not been canceled. And not only is it still on, and it's really important, especially for the business that are part of our touring. I mean, everyone badly need some people around, and guess what? In mid-September, everything is going to be back to normal, right? There's not going to be any smokes left, and the wineries are going to be open, and there's so many different things like businesses and wineries are hoping for actions coming up in September. So, yes, our touring weekend is happening. So, I'm going to be flying back from Quebec and Montreal and Toronto back here for the full weekend. And we're going to do a Friday barbecue, Saturday full day of touring Okanagan Falls, and Sunday golf. I'm pretty darn excited for that. We're going to golf, and after that, do some winery. And Mira's going to take another group going on to brunch and wine tasting and all that. So it will be a very fun weekend. And let me tell you one thing, all wineries and businesses are really excited to see some action coming back to town. I think everyone needs it. So really cool. And I'm super excited to bring people in town. And I think we're going to have the royal treatment because uh, everyone canceled. Like, I mean, everything's been canceled since the darn wildfire. So, I mean, we're going to get the royal treatment. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to taste a lot of wine, barbecue, golf. And yeah, it's our first golf and wine day. So it's a lot of excitement coming up. And after that weekend, I'm going to be flying back in the eastern part of the country to do more corporate events. So September will be a busy month, but a fun month. Finally, back to normal. Finally, back with our members, with their most of a regular schedule, regular feature, and yeah, talking also about our trips because these tasting, we're going to introduce our international trips to a lot of people because we have four coming up next year, and we are pretty thrilled about that. We did Burgundy in June this year, which I think went pretty darn well. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, in June coming up in 2027. That's going to be Spain, Tuscany, Burgundy 2.0, and September we're looking at Hungary, Romania, which is the one that people are seems like to be the most excited about, and there's going to be a lot of fun traveling with you guys internationally with Canadian wines with us and winemakers as well. So This is for what's upcoming. And hello, Mira, can we see your cheeks a little bit just for 1 second? Uh, just 1 second. You don't need to talk. We just want to see you for a second. No? I'm just bugging her. It's 5:30. It's been half an hour from here rambling and talking about whatever. So let's see how that Pinot Noir tasting here. And it's weird because usually taste like dozens and dozens and dozens of wines. I go see winemaker, we taste wine. But there you go. There you go. How are you
I put
doing up there?
I put a tea bag in.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's different. oh, oh, yeah, fresh surgery, dental surgery for our one and only one Mira. And I think like hopefully we stock up on ice cream, we stock up on popsicle, which the kids are pretty excited about. I'll tell you one thing. So I have to hide them so the kids don't eat them all. But Mira's going to be recovering for the rest of the week, and just until she's good to go to taste all of the D'Angelo wines. But I think we're going to be able to launch Trail Estate tomorrow when she has a little bit of sleep. And tomorrow we're going to jump right in with Trail. It's going to be in your inbox, and we're going to rock it because these wines are spectacular. And tomorrow night it's our Thursday. It's our tasting Thursday with Collab, and it's going to be so much fun. We had some connection with the people at Collab today and different winemakers, and they're super thrilled. We're going to talk about a bunch of really, really exciting wines, some cool stories, and all of that. So tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, Mira, 4:30, 5 o'clock. What's the start time again?
Mm-hmm.
4:30,
Mm-hmm.
4 o'clock, 4 o'clock. No, 4:30. There you go,
Mm-hmm.
4:30. We got it. 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
4:30. There you go. 4:30 uh, uh, Pacific time. That's
Mm-hmm.
mean 8:30, 7:30 out east. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one because seven different winemakers all together in the same room, well, in the same Zoom room, talking about different wines, different stories, because they all have a really, really cool story. Small producer who support each other. So that whole concept is gonna take full full uh full swing tomorrow night. So be part of it, be part of the conversation, hear their stories because they all have very, very interesting stories, how they started, why they started it, and all of that. So tomorrow night on Zoom, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, and we're gonna be right there. So I'm gonna check out for now. I think like for 35 minutes. I think it's enough. Um, and from there, unless you guys want to talk, unless you guys want to talk about a specific wine, or if you have something you want to put on if you have questions or anything, I mean, come on, I'm here. I gotta get the arena in 25 minutes, so I have a lot of time. And yeah, if you have question about any wines or anything, then yeah, shoot it because I have time. If not, I might just take a few minutes before going to the rink because our kids are finally back to some sense of normalcy here in the Okanagan, especially here in Summerland after being away for 2 weeks, full evacuation. The town has started to come back, and yeah, the arena reopened yesterday, so our kids are back to hockey tryout. The golf course have reopened. Businesses are slowly reopening, and yeah, you start to see people like everyone's talking to each other downtown, and I mean, it was a weird couple of weeks, almost like the last 3 weeks now. But yeah, things are starting to take sense of normalcy. Stay tuned because there's also our 5 year wine anniversary. So that Cab Franc that we've made with Brian Schmid in 2022, 2023, no, 2023, was a spectacular wine. And they saved something like 10, 15 cases for us. And we're releasing it again this week. So if people want to stock up on our uh, two of the boutique vineyard Cap Franc, like I mean, 214 and 4 and 3. I always forgot. I forgot the bottle upstairs, but 2 of Cap Franc blended together. Uh, I give it a 92 plus points. So if you guys want to restock, I know a lot of people really like that wine. So it's available to order, and Mira might be able to put the link in there. But yeah, that's what's happening here. And yeah, if there's no comments or nothing like that, I will might just check out. Maybe so. Yeah, just one more sip because that Pinot Noir is pretty darn good. Ooh. Oh, by the way, I had some comments on our private chat this week about the Hillside Gamay, the founder blog Gamay. We had a nice conversation about that. I'm curious how the members like that wine if you had a chance to try it, because I thought that was one of my very, very, very favorite Gamay that I tasted. And well, I had some comment. People were asking about Thomas Batchelder and the style of Gamay and all that. So that was a really interesting conversation. So, but I'd like to know if you like that Gamay or not. Well, I mean, how you don't like that Gamay, but at which level of appreciation that you enjoy the Gamay. I'll be interested in that. There's also some wine from a hillside were available now. So you've had the Trail Estate Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. Yes, so it's not released yet, but yeah, we had a bunch there. Also, you missed the beginning of the show. Unfortunately, Mira had to had a dental surgery this afternoon. We got delayed with a lot of that, like the coming home and finding the house stolen and vandalized and all that. So it put us like we're chasing our tail at the moment. So no, Trail Estate has not been released, but all the scores are in, and we have started to enter all of that on the back end. It should be out tomorrow. Um, but yeah, Daryl, you're a Pinot Noir guy. These two Pinots are single block, single clone. Very high score, 94 points here for the 115 from the Nord Block. Only 8 cases produced, and we have 24 bottles available. And this one, a big production, 65 cases produced, but it's a blend of the 667 and the 115 thrown together. And I give it a 93 points. These two wines, these two Pinots are fantastic. I think Mira and I worked on some of the Chardonnay last week, and definitely there's some standout in there. We mentioned the 2017 Foxcroft was one of my top wine this year, 95 points. The 2023 Chardonnay from Prince Edward County, the Trail one, 94 points. You just won gold. So that's going to, but there's also the South Block, Chardonnay du Sud from the 2021 vintage. Spectacular, absolutely spectacular as well. So everything's going to be out hopefully by tomorrow lunch. But we're working on it. Mira's going to have a break tonight just to give up, and she's going to get some painkiller. She's going to have a good sleep, and we should get the Trail Estate out before lunch or something like that. And tomorrow night, we're jumping with the collab group at 4:30 Pacific for a full-on tasting Thursday. We're going to taste one wine per winery, talk about it, talk about their story, talk about the collab program and all that. So that's going to be for tomorrow. It's a big day tomorrow, big day at the office. Exciting because we are getting back to normal finally. Businesses are coming back to town. Obviously, there's no tourism. Wineries are really, really, really starving for business. So um, keep your eye open. We're gonna have lightning rock, some chat. I talked to the owner today, and some of that. So we'll try to support as much as possible our local business as much as we can because yeah, it's been a tough go here. So, but we're all getting back to normal. That's good. And thank you to all of you. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Mira and I, and the kids. We heard you. We felt the love, and you guys have been so kind with your text messages, messenger, emails, everything. We want to say thank you to all of you for your support, your kind words, and all of that. So it's very, very much appreciated from all of us here. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you for people who want to join us tomorrow. You're going to get an email with the Zoom link so you can join us, tune in. It's going to be really interesting because we're going to talk with small producers, small passionate people. So the stories that we're going to hear there tomorrow night, I'm really excited for that. So thanks again. I will I will tune out on that. Best wish to Mira. Hopefully, you're gonna have a good sleep. The painkiller are gonna knock you out, and you're gonna be at some point in the next couple of days able to. Oh, look at her! Oh my God! Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, we're with you. We're with you, and you have you get to
Alright.
bed. Okay, taking care of the kids at that point. So Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country, thank you again. And for everyone, tune in tomorrow night for the collab one, or if not, see you next week. Thank you.